He didn't come from Lagos. He didn't follow the usual Afrobeats blueprint. Yet today, his voice is everywhere from TikTok challenges to the Billboard charts. They said his sound was too different. Too emotional. Too dark. But that very difference is what made him unstoppable. This is the untold story of Omah Lay, Nigeria's Afrobeats rebel, global hitmaker, and one of the most streamed African artists of his generation. How did a kid from Port Harcourt rise so fast? Why does his music connect so deeply with millions around the world? And what truly makes Omah Lay one of the most influential new voices in Afrobeats today? Let's get into it. Omah Lay was born Stanley Omah on May 19, 1997, in Port Harcourt, a city in Nigeria's Rivers State. For him, music wasn't a choice, it was in his blood. His grandfather was a percussionist for the legendary Celestini Ukwu, one of the pioneers of Nigerian highlife music. This heritage created a rich musical environment for young Stanley. Growing up in Port Harcourt, far from the industry hub of Lagos, Omah Lay absorbed a diverse range of sounds. It wasn't just Afrobeats. It was a mix of highlife, reggae, American hip-hop, and soulful R&B. This eclectic musical diet would become the foundation of his unique style. Instead of chasing fame and moving to Lagos like many aspiring artists, he stayed back and focused on his craft. He locked himself in, learning how to produce, write lyrics, and engineer his own music. He wanted to control his sound from start to finish. This decision to become a self-sufficient artist would later set him worlds apart from his peers. Before he was Omah Lay, he was part of a local rap group called Bad Influence. But he quickly realized that rapping alone wasn't his true calling. He wanted to sing, to express the full range of his emotions. He needed a sound that was entirely his own. Then, in 2019, everything changed. He was discovered by the record label Kikod, the same team that helped introduce a rising star named Burna Boy to the world. But their strategy with Omah Lay was different, and like many new artists who are rushed into features and media hype, Kikod gave him something more valuable: time. They allowed him to develop his unique sound, a melancholic, atmospheric blend of Afrobeats rhythms, alternative R&B melodies, and deeply personal lyrics. It was a risky move, but it paid off. In 2020, while the world was in lockdown, Omah Lay unleashed his debut EP, Get Laid. The impact was seismic. Songs like Bad Influence, Lolo, You, and Damn didn't just climb the charts, they took them over. Bad Influence became more than just a song, it became an anthem for a generation grappling with complex emotions. The Get Laid EP debuted at #1 on Apple Music Nigeria, and just like that, Omah Lay became one of the fastest rising artists the country had ever seen. But he wasn't done. In the very same year, he dropped his second EP, What Have We Done? To projects. 1 year. Complete domination of the airwaves. He had proven that his initial success wasn't a fluke. Omah Lay's sound was too infectious to stay within Nigeria's borders. It quickly crossed over, finding fans across Africa, Europe, and America. In 2021, his debut album, Boy Alone, solidified his status as a global phenomenon. The album charted on the prestigious Billboard 200 in the US and the official UK albums chart, a massive achievement for a debut project. Hit singles from the album, like Understand Woman and The Heartbreakingly Rasoso, showcased his evolution as an artist. His music explored themes of loneliness, mental health struggles, the pressures of fame, and his inner battles. These were topics rarely addressed with such raw honesty in mainstream Afrobeats. That vulnerability became his superpower. Fans didn't just listen to his music. They felt it. They saw their own struggles reflected in his lyrics, creating an unbreakable bond. This global recognition brought major collaborations. He teamed up with Justin Bieber for a remix of Peaches, worked with American R&B star 6lack, and joined forces with fellow Nigerian superstars Burna Boy and Ayra Starr. He even collaborated with Latin music giant Ozuna, proving his sound could transcend any language barrier. His songs became viral sensations on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. This organic, user-generated promotion introduced Afrobeats to a younger more diverse global audience who might not have discovered it otherwise. He became a digital age superstar. Even controversies, like a brief and wrongful arrest in Uganda, couldn't halt his momentum. If anything, the challenges he faced only made his dedicated fan base stronger and more protective of him. They rallied behind him, showing the world the power of his connection with his audience. Despite his relatively short career, Omah Lay's trophy case is already filling up. He's won multiple Headies and Sound City MVP awards, earned nominations for the Afrobeats Awards, and even received a coveted nomination at the BET Awards. More importantly, he consistently ranks among the most streamed African artists worldwide, sharing the top spots with giants like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido. So, what is the secret to his success? What really makes Omah Lay different? First, it's his emotional depth. He's not afraid to be vulnerable, to sing about pain and confusion in a genre often associated with celebration and good times. Second, it's his genre-blending sound. He's created his own lane of fusion that feels both African and global, familiar yet completely new. He's not just making Afrobeats, he's making Omah Lay music. Third, it's his creative independence as a producer and writer. He has a distinct artistic vision that shines through in every song. And finally, it's his global appeal. His themes are universal, and his melodies are irresistible, allowing him to connect with listeners from Lagos to Los Angeles. Omah Lay represents a new wave of Afrobeats artists who are introspective, experimental, and fearless. He didn't just ride the Afrobeats wave to success. He helped reshape its very current. From a small room in Port Harcourt to the biggest stages in the world, Omah Lay's story is proof that authenticity is the ultimate currency in music. And if this is only the beginning, the future of Afrobeats is in very, very good hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories on your favorite artists. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Do you think Omah Lay is the most influential Afrobeats artist of his generation? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.